Good morning, class. In today's English class, we will be starting with letter writing. Now, what are letters? Letters are the written means of communication. Communication, what is it? Communication means when you are trying to communicate your ideas, your thoughts to somebody. That means जब आप अपने विचार, अपने ideas दूसरों तक पहुंचाते हैं, that is communication. So, the written means of communication is known as letters. It can be written to friends, relatives, officials or authorities. So, to whom you are writing the letters? आप letters किसको लिखते हैं? You can write a letter to your friend, to your relatives, officials. Officials means to some officers, people who are working in offices, or authorities. Maybe like municipal corporation, electricity department, etc. The purpose of letter can be personal or official. Now, why you are writing a letter? There must be some reason. So, reason or that purpose can be personal. Personal means आपका व्यक्तिगत कुछ reason हो सकता है. Like you want to celebrate your birthday, so you want to invite people or you want to invite your friends. That can be a reason. You want to congratulate your friend. You want to congratulate your cousin for scoring good marks. So that is a personal reason. Personal means जो सिर्फ आप या आपके friend या आपकी life से related है. Official purpose means related to some specific purpose or maybe some business. So that is official. Now, letters are of two types, informal and formal. Now, if we talk about informal letter, these are written to family and friends. Informal letter आप किसको लिखते हैं? अपने दोस्तों को या अपने family members को या relatives को. These have personal purpose. Personal purpose means आपका अपना कुछ पर्पस है जो आप शेयर करना चाहते हैं अपने फ्रेंड्स या रिलेटिव से. Casual language. Casual language means very easy going language. There is no fixed format and there is no fixed language or fixed set of sentences that you have to use. So that is a casual language. Means very easy and simple language you have to use while writing letters to your friends and family. But formal, these are written to officials or authorities. Officials and authorities means for some business purpose you are writing. Have professional purpose. Professional purpose means they will be having some different objective. That means some business objective will be there. Simple but professional language. इनकी भी language जो हम लिखते हैं वो simple ही होती है. It's also easy. But there are certain professional terms that we have to use. So that's a professional language. So this is the difference between informal and formal. Informal आप अपने family and friends को लिखते हैं. Formal letter officers या authorities को लिखेंगे. Informal letter will have a personal purpose. आपका अपना कुछ purpose है. That is nothing to do with any sort of business or something. And it is written in casual or very easy going language. But formal letters, they have some professional purpose and they are written in professional language. So in this session, we will be writing informal letters. So what are informal letters? Let's read in detail. Informal letters are exchange of information between friends, relatives, family, etc. तो इनफॉर्मल लेटर्स आप किसको लिख रहे हैं? अपने फ्रेंड्स को, रिलेटिव्स को या फिर फैमिली मेम्बर्स को. दे आर रिटन टू पीपल यू नो वेरी वेल. इनफॉर्मल लेटर्स हम उन्हीं लोगों को लिखते हैं जिनको हम बहुत अच्छे से जानते हैं. whom you know very well, whom you are close to. Right? Like you will be writing letter to your mother, maybe your father, your grandparents, your friends, your cousins, your uncle, aunt, Now these people you know very well. So you will be writing informal letter to them. These are written to share personal information, offer gratitude, to take permission, give advice or apologize. Now, what type of information you are writing? To share personal information. Maybe you visited some place you want to share with your family, with your grandparents, so you are writing a letter and telling them about that place. Offer gratitude. Gratitude means thanks. Your uncle gifted you a watch. Now you want to write a letter saying thank you to him. So that is offer gratitude. To take permission, like you have to attend a party at your friend's place. So you are seeking permission from your father by writing a letter. Give advice. Maybe your friend is not scoring good marks, or maybe like your friend is not well. So you are writing a letter giving him advice to take rest. Apologize. Apologize means to say sorry. Maybe you have hurt somebody, आपने किसी को चोट पहुंचाई है, कुछ गलत काम किया है, and now you have realized your mistake and you want to say sorry. So in all those cases, we are writing informal letters. Now, coming to the format of informal letter. Informal letter is having these components. In red circle, you can see there are components like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 components it is having. Sender's detail. So we'll start with the first one. That is sender's detail. It is followed by the date, then salutation, then the body of the letter, complimentary clause and sender's name. So format of letter is having 6 components. These are the 6 components. Sender's detail is the first one, then date, then salutation, then body, complimentary clause, sender's name and sender's detail. So sender's details we are starting with and we are ending, we are following all these steps and we are coming at the last, there is sender's name. So now we will be learning about each component in detail. Now if we start with the very first component, sender's detail. It includes the address of a person sending the letter. Sender कौन है? Like if I am sending a letter, I am a sender. If you are sending a letter, you are a sender. So any person who is sending the letter is known as the sender. So in sender's detail, what does it include? The address of the person who is sending the letter. So whatever is your address, you have to write it there. Like 13/56 Tilak Nagar, New Delhi. 15/69 Saraswati Vihar, Old Can, Prayagraj. So what have you seen? That at the end of every line there is no comma. Commas nahi lagenge. Right? Sirf like here we are using between Old Can and Prayagraj, we are putting comma. But at the end of these lines, we are not putting any comma. Date. Now date is on which you are writing a letter, on which sender is writing a letter. जिस दिन आप letter लिख रहे हैं उस दिन की date डालेंगे. Now there are different formats of writing the date. It's up to you. You can use any of these formats. Like you can write August 17, comma 2020. 17th August 2020, maybe 17 August 2020, we are not putting th. So anyways you can write. The most common one is this and this. Now coming to salutation. Now what is salutation? These are the words used to address the person whom you are writing a letter. आप जिसको लेटर लिख रहे हैं उसको किसी नाम से एड्रेस करते हैं. So those words are known as salutation. Like dear Neha, dear Papa, dear Mom, dear Granny, dear cousin, dear friend. You are writing the name of your friend. So that is salutation. When we are writing a letter to anybody, we want to address that person. और उसको एड्रेस करने के लिए वी आर यूजिंग सम वर्ड्स that are known as salutation. So salutations are written like this. Okay? And why we are using word dear before the name? The reason is because informal letters are written to people whom you know very well. आप जिनको बहुत अच्छे से जानते हैं उन्हीं के लिए आप dear word यूज़ करेंगे. Then body of the letter. Now body includes, it is the actual message that sender wants to give to his or her friend or relatives. It consists of 3 parts. Now the body of the letter is the actual message. वो actual letter है जिसमें आप सारी details fill in करते हैं what you want to say to the person whom you are writing the letter. Now it consists of 3 parts: introduction, main content and conclusion. Introduction means purpose of writing the letter. Like when we start the letter, we write, after salutation, we write, hello, how are you? Hope everything is fine. I am writing this letter to tell you about जो भी आपको बताना है. So that is the purpose of writing the letter. Then in the main content, it includes all the details of the letter. Now whatever you are writing in the letter, whatever details you are giving, like suppose you are telling about the place you visited last, or maybe how you spend your summer break. So the purpose of writing the letter is to tell your friend about the summer break. And main content will include all the details, that is how you spend your summer break, what you did, how long it was, all those content. Conclusion, a brief statement of the main points. So at the last, we just conclude by saying, so these are the things I did in my summer break. I enjoyed it a lot. That is conclusion. आप 1-2 लाइन में पूरे लेटर को conclude करते हैं. So that is conclusion. Okay? Now while writing the body, some points you have to remember. First is tone must be casual. Casual means very easygoing, polite, or maybe not very heavy words must not be there. So tone must be very casual. Words must be very simple and easy. You can use contractions like haven't, didn't, etc. Contractions have not को हम haven't लिखते हैं, did not को didn't, hasn't. So there are contractions. So you can use those contractions. You can use exclamatory sentences. जैसे हम hello लिखते हैं फिर हम exclamatory sign लगाते हैं. So hey, hi. So whenever we are using such words, we are putting exclamatory sentences. So exclamatory sentences are acceptable in this informal type of letter. It is not necessary to divide the body into 3 paragraphs. So body of the letter is having introduction, main content and conclusion. But ये ज़रूरी नहीं है कि आप इसको 3 paragraphs के form में इसे लिखें. ठीक है? You without separating the paragraphs also a letter can be written. Now coming to complementary clause. It is polite ending to a letter. It is also called subscription. So जब हम letter end करते हैं, we politely end the letter, right? And this is known as subscription also. And how we end it? By writing yours sincerely, your friend, your loving son, and so on. इस तरह के words हम लिखते हैं ना? Your loving son, your loving daughter, your friend, your sincerely, your truly, your affectionately. So these are the complementary clause. Now after complementary clause, the last thing that you write in letter is the signature. Now what is the signature? It includes the name of the sender. जो भी letter लिख रहा है, like if I am writing a letter, at the end I will put my name, when you are writing the letter, you will put your name. So, whosoever is writing the letter, whoever is the sender, will write his or her name at the last. Now, thing is that you can write only the first name और द नेम विद द सरनेम. या तो आप नेम और सरनेम पूरा नाम लिखिए और मे बी ओनली द फर्स्ट नेम. राइट नाउ, सो दीज वर द components of letter, informal letter. So let's have a quick recap. So first is the sender's address. Like here it is C365 New Friends Colony, Ludhiana. Then we put the date. So in any format you can write the date. After this there is salutation, dear Gurdeep. Body of the letter. So there will be the body. It will include 3 parts. That is introduction, main content and the conclusion. So it's up to you whether you write in 3 paragraphs or without separating the paragraph. Then there is subscription or the complimentary clause, yours affectionately or yours sincerely, and at the last there is signature, that is your name. So it can be the full name or only the first name. Now let's look at few examples. Now example 1 says, write a letter to your friend for inviting him to your birthday party. Right? So go through the format again. Sender's address, date, salutation, and then the letter starts. Then there is complimentary clause and signature. So format will remain the same. The matter, the content will change. So let's read it. As you know that day after tomorrow, that is on 15 November is my birthday, I am organizing a party for all my friends to celebrate the day. So this is what? This is the introduction of the letter. The venue for the party is my residence in Indrapuri Colony and party starts at 7 p.m. with cake cutting followed by games, dance and finally dinner. I will be pleased if you can join us for the occasion. I am looking forward to your company. Your presence will make the occasion even more cherished for me. So, what is mentioned in these lines? About all the details where the birthday will be celebrated, at what time, what all you will do, etc. So all these details are what? They are the main content of the letter. Then in last line if you see, I am looking forward to your company. Your presence will make the occasion even more cherished for me. So in one line, the sender has concluded it that you have to be there. And then signature, complimentary clause and signature. So this is the format we follow for writing the letter. Let's see one more example. Write a letter to your cousin telling him about your new school. So same, address is there. Now same thing. At the end of every line you see there is no comma and there is spacing. Spacing in the sense address के बाद एक line छोड़ी गई है. Date and salutation के बीच में again there is one line. Gap is there. So I have just received your letter and the gifts aunt has sent for me. I was wishing to write you but I was too busy these days. So that is the introduction. The session has just started and I am trying to mix up with the new environment of this school. I must tell you that the school is even better than that I had imagined. The teachers are very caring and helpful. The students are cooperative too. The school has a large building and separate playgrounds for different sports. We have smart classrooms and digital books. There are various activities like Western and classical dance, orchestra, craft, gardening, yoga, karate and so on. I have joined the Eco Club as I have a keen concern for the environment. I spend my leisure time in the library where I can have whatever books I like. I have also made a number of friends. My class teacher has made me the class monitor. I am enjoying the studies as well as other activities. So, introduction, and the entire detail of the school has been given. Then in these 2 lines, give my warm regards to uncle and aunt. Take care of yourself. I hope to meet you during summer vacation. So it's a concluding statement. And then yours affectionately, Sujit Singh. Right? So just see, you while writing the letter, you have to remember the format and where you have to put commas and where not. So nowhere the commas are used. That is in address also. किसी भी लाइन के एंड में, चाहे वो एड्रेस हो और मे बी salutation हो और complimentary close, there is no commas. Fine. So that format you have to remember. And while writing the salutation or complimentary close, while writing the complimentary close or subscription, just see yours Y is capital but affectionately A is small. Same thing was here. So just remember these points while writing the letter. Thank you.